Never done a formal interview with you.
Oh, right?
Yeah, man.
We have it.
Yeah. Man, I'll say the first time I actually met you, when we actually had a conversation, it was on Fullerton and Monticello. North Ave and Monticello.
Okay.
This was right at, man, it must have been right after you got that top rank thing, because you came up, you had a LHS, a green LHS with rims on it.
I know. I had a green Camry.
Green Camry, all right.
Camry.
Man, you remember Louis, Lil Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was hanging out with Louis, his sister.
Yeah.
And they used to live like right by North Ave and Monticello.
Monticello, yeah. But the house with the yard.
Yeah, that's it, man. I never I seen you around in a ton of things like Angel and shit like that. Never spoke to you before that. But so man, I already started to sing. That's how I do mine.
That's good, man.
Man, whenever I talk to people about amateur boxing, and I bring you up in particular about the politics of amateur boxing, how hard did they not want you to be in the Olympics? How much did they want Zab Judah to be in the Olympics?
It was obvious, I didn't have the style to be an Olympian. I wasn't the boxer. I wasn't the guy from the East or the West Coast.
Right.
I was right down the middle in Chicago. So, yeah, it was their politics. Of course it was. I thought we beat them in the pals the first time.
Yep.
Didn't happen, but hey, we ended up doing it when it counted.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Exactly.
Right. Brand new rules.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, did that really happen? No. Let's make a fight again.
Yeah.
It happened again, man. Yeah. So, thing about this one is when you turn pro, you still had some of that stigma like around from the amateur game, right? So when Zab came out of the amateurs, he came out with contracts, he came out with promoters, and you were a 96 Olympian with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
That whole team, Nate Jones was in there. Everybody came out of there with Vargas was there. Everybody came out with a massive backing. But you did it kind of old school, man.
Yeah.
You worked your way up to that title.
And let me clarify this. I started off with Top Rank.
Yeah, with
at
Top
the
Rank.
beginning. Not big managers or anything like that, but ended up going down to Florida. Didn't work out. Came back home and left the sport for like about 2 years.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that. I left the sport for 2 years. I had completely just said forget it. And met my wife, and we started talking about boxing. She's seen my fights and all this stuff. And she and we would watch fights together, and I'd be like, yeah, I used to do all that stuff. She's the one that said, hey, why don't you go back to the gym?
Go do it again, man.
And try it. And the rest is history.
Yeah, man. So
gotta give credit to my wife.
Speaking of history, the feeling at the end of the Erik Morales fight, what was that?
Best feeling in the world. Comes real close to one of the most proudest moments of my life. In Chicago, we used to have the Golden Gloves at the All-State Arena, but it was called the Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah, Rosemont, yeah.
Right? So the last year that I fought, the last year that the Golden Gloves were held at the Rosemont Horizon, I was able to fight against Jermaine Sanders, great amateur fighter.
Silky smooth.
Yes, sir. Silky smooth. And I was the new kid on the block, and walking out to the fight, to the ring, I was like, man, wow, it would be awesome to one day fight for a title or win it here or whatever. And I was able to complete a couple of dreams of my boxing career. I say that because, yes, we did not have the power or the money that Floyd Mayweather has, but I was able to accomplish a lot of things that a lot of fighters want to do in their career but never get to do. So in that sense, yes, I am a rich person.
Man, I think so. As part of that rich history, a lot of things that people look up to you for is the fact that, even fighting locally, you didn't have all of that push behind you.
Right.
You're a true underdog, bro. You're somebody who said, I don't have necessarily the talent, that I wasn't born with a pedigree of fighters after fighters after fighters. You really bootstrapped it, bro. You said, I'm gonna.
And even my fight here with Morales, I was the underdog.
Absolutely.
So it's part of it. It's been, part of my life, the underdog, and thank God. My parents and my dad especially instilled great values and hard work and dedication to get what you want to do. You gotta suffer. You're gonna suffer. Not everything gets handed to everybody and they can walk away with it.
Right. So on a not so good note, but maybe a good note at the same time, what was the atmosphere like on the Pacquiao fight?
One of the awesome feeling.
Yeah.
We knew we were in a tough fight, but I honestly went in that fight thinking, man, I'm gonna beat this guy. He's coming up a way. He's coming up to my way. I'm gonna whoop him.
That's the last time I lost money on a Pacquiao fight, by the way. I lost a couple bucks that night.
And I was like, you know what? There's no way this guy's gonna. But and again, we go back to Zab Judah.
Yeah.
When they said this guy was fast, I was like, man, I fought the best freaking amateur fighter in the world.
Yeah.
I beat him. This guy's got nothing.
Different kind of fast, huh?
Different kind of fast. Not the hard fast, but the super fast that I was like, it's even like in the fourth round now, my quarterman's like, hey, the punches hurt. I'm like, no, they don't hurt, but they're just too many.
There's too many other motherfuckers.
Too many.
Yeah.
But it's part of life. And like I say, it was a great moment in my life, in my boxing career. It was a great moment. I have won 8. Boxing, you're gonna end up winning fights, you're gonna end up losing fights, and you're gonna end up getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Part of the sport. It happens. So, do I dwell on it? No. Is it part of history? Yes.
Yeah. It's a big part of history, brother. That was, I mean, you're on the wrong side of it, but that was the start of a massive movement that happened for that guy that ultimately culminated in him being fighter of the decade for the 2000s.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I fought him with my heart, with my fortitude, and nobody has fought him since like that.
Well, you had my money backing you, that
and I appreciate
it,
whatever.
Man, so speaking of money and backing, you've moved on to a new venture. Tell the people about what you're doing these days.
So now I'm a real estate broker. I'm actually doing pretty well. So if you guys looking to move anywhere in Illinois, because I'm licensed Illinois real estate agent with ROC, Realty of Chicago. So
that's right. We're talking East Chicago to Waukegan, baby. Anywhere.
Anywhere.
I mean, East St. Louis, wherever that other town is, man. Everywhere around here. Call my man over here. What's the realty company?
Realty of Chicago.
Realty of Chicago.
Yeah. So the owner of the company is a very good friend of ours, Eddie Garcia.
Oh.
My wife is a manager there, manager broker. So you know, I'm the employee there today now. So yeah.
Now let me ask you this one then. When you go to talk to a new client about a house, either buying or selling, how much do they want to talk house? How much do they want to talk boxing?
At the beginning, it starts off like, hey, you're the guy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's me. I was like, but let's get to what you want to get.
Man.
And we get focused. And,
nice segue.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, yeah. It's a beautiful thing to get appreciated by sometimes people that don't follow boxing but have followed my career.
Very cool, very
There's
cool.
another champ right there that just walked in.
Absolutely. Fafara's over there. We'll talk to him in a little bit, man, but it's the bow tie boss.
Yes, sir.
David motherfucking Diaz, man. Glad. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate